My beloved child, lean closer and do not skip a single moment, because what I am about to reveal will shake your very soul. There are letters hidden away, written by your father, sealed in silence, waiting for the perfect moment to reach your eyes. These words are not just ink on paper, they are the pieces of truth you were never supposed to know. For years, shadows kept this truth locked away, believing you would never uncover it. But heaven has chosen now, this very moment, to lift the veil and let you see the reality that has been burning beneath the surface. The person you thought you knew, the father you thought had no secrets, was guarding the heaviest confession of his life. The letters speak of sacrifices you never imagined. They reveal battles he fought silently so you would never have to feel the weight of his burdens. They whisper of choices that changed the entire direction of your destiny without you even realizing it. Do not scroll, stay until the very end, because these letters do not simply reveal memories, they expose a shocking inheritance of truth, love, and hidden pain. What you are about to hear is something even those closest to you have no idea exists. Heaven has kept this moment aside, just for you. He wrote about the nights he stayed awake, not because of fear, but because of the responsibility of protecting your path. Every line carries the trembling of his hands, knowing the truth would one day find you. And today, those very hands from beyond are guiding you to hear his words. The first shocking truth is that your life was almost taken in a turn you never knew about. A silent enemy had risen, plotting to strip away everything your family built. But your father stood in front of that storm, and because of his silent sacrifice, you are standing strong today. He never told you how much it cost him to protect you. The letters reveal debts paid not in money, but in silent tears and broken nights. He carried the pain alone so that you could live free from the chains that once haunted him. My beloved, these words are not accidents, they were written with heaven's timing. You were meant to hear this only when your heart was ready to handle the weight of what he confessed. And now, that moment has arrived. There's a part of the letters where his tone changes, and you can almost hear his voice trembling. He begins to reveal names, people who tried to interfere with your destiny. He warns that some of them are still around you, pretending to smile but secretly holding envy in their hearts. These words may shock you, but you cannot deny the way your spirit feels a chill as you hear them. Because deep inside, you have already felt the presence of false love, of hidden intentions. Your father saw it long ago, and he wanted you to be prepared for this very season. But not all is heavy in those letters. He also wrote about the blessings he prayed over you, blessings that even now are unfolding like a secret garden after the rain. He wrote that one day, you would rise higher than even he dreamed, breaking every limit that tried to chain your destiny. My beloved child, do not leave yet. The deepest truth is still hidden in the final pages, and it is meant for your eyes, your ears, and your heart only. When he reached the last page, he wrote words he never had the courage to say aloud. You are not ordinary, he confessed, you are chosen. These words carried the weight of his soul, sealed with tears that fell as he wrote them. He revealed that you were marked for greatness from the very beginning. That heaven itself designed your path differently, and though many tried to block it, no force could erase what God Himself placed within you. And even now, those words echo as if He is still standing beside you, whispering into your spirit. The letters carry an inheritance, not just of truth, but of courage, resilience, and divine favor. They are a reminder that you are walking in footsteps carved by sacrifice, paved by love, and sealed with heaven's protection. This is not just about the past, it is about the future that is rising in front of you. And now, as you listen, feel the shift in your chest, that heaviness lifting, replaced by fire and clarity. That is His voice, His love, still guiding you even beyond the grave. You are never alone, and you never were. The moment you turn the page, you see words that feel heavier than anything you've ever read before. He writes about a hidden decision that changed everything for your family, one that no one else ever knew about. And in those words, you realize your life has been shaped by truths that were buried deep beneath silence. He speaks of a property, land that once belonged to him, but he chose to keep it away from public eyes. He writes that this land, this hidden inheritance, was never lost, it was preserved for you. Your name was already whispered in those documents, as if heaven itself stamped your destiny on them. Don't skip, my beloved child, because this revelation is not about the past, it is about what is about to resurface in your present. The letters reveal that someone else tried to claim what was rightfully yours. But the truth is now breaking through, and no force will be able to deny your name from shining. He warns that envy will rise when these truths come to light. People who smiled in your face may show their true colors once they realize what was preserved for you. But the letter also carries reassurance. Heaven will stand by you, and the blessing cannot be stolen. The ink continues, describing memories he never shared with anyone else. He tells stories of the day you were born, how he felt a divine presence fill the room, as if angels themselves marked your arrival. Tears stained that page, and even now, you can almost feel his hands trembling as he wrote. Then, his tone changes again, this time, more urgent, more protective. He writes about someone close who betrayed his trust, someone who smiled yet carried poison in their heart. He left that detail for you, not to cause pain, but to prepare you. Every sentence feels like a mirror of your spirit, confirming suspicions you have carried silently. The letters are not only stories, they are confirmations of what you have always felt but never could prove. And now, heaven has unveiled them to you at the perfect moment. My beloved child, stay here with me, because the most shocking truth has not yet been revealed. It waits in the closing lines, where his final words are carved in a trembling hand. He writes that one day, when you read these words, you will finally step into your true identity. He says you will no longer doubt yourself, because the heavens themselves will align to prove that you were chosen all along. And now, as you hear this, you can feel that alignment already happening in your soul. He declares that no curse, no lie, and no betrayal will be able to stop the blessing sealed over your name. The letters reveal that heaven's promise was placed upon you before you even took your first breath. And now, every obstacle that stood in the way will begin to crumble. You realize these hidden letters were not meant to be secrets, they were meant to be your anchor in this very season of life. The timing is no accident, and your spirit knows it. This is the moment your path is being rewritten in light. And as his words end, his love does not. It echoes even now, reaching across realms, reminding you that he is still with you, watching, protecting, guiding your every step. When you think the letters have revealed all their secrets, another folded page slips out, hidden at the very bottom of the bundle. Its edges are worn, as if it was handled with trembling hands many times before it was sealed away. And the moment you open it, your heart races faster than ever. This page is different, the handwriting is heavier, almost pressed into the paper with force. It begins with a confession he carried in silence, something even your family never suspected. "I had to protect you," he wrote, "even if it meant they misunderstood me forever." The words sting because you realize now that some of his decisions, which you once judged harshly, were not mistakes. They were shields, put in place to cover you from dangers you were never supposed to face. What felt like distance was actually sacrifice, and what felt like absence was actually protection. My beloved child, this realization is not meant to hurt you. It is meant to free you, to show you that even in silence, love was speaking louder than words. His absence was never abandonment, it was strategy from heaven itself. He goes on to mention people by their initials, names left half hidden in mystery. One of them still walks near you, he warns, smiling, pretending, but carrying an agenda. Those words burn in your chest because instantly, a face comes to mind. You know exactly who it could be, the uneasiness you felt around them is finally explained. He saw their truth long ago, and he wrote it down so you would one day recognize it. His warning was not paranoia, it was prophecy. And yet, in the same paragraph, he softens again. He says not to be afraid, because heaven has already arranged your victory. Even the schemes written against you will turn into stepping stones, lifting you higher than before. Don't skip, stay till the end, because the last part of his letter holds the one line that changes everything you thought you knew about yourself. On the final page, his words become almost like a whisper from another world. He writes, "You are my greatest legacy, but not because of my name. You carry a calling that even I could not touch." He admits he always knew you were different, set apart in ways he couldn't explain. And though life tried to bury that truth under pain, betrayal, and confusion, it could never be erased. The letters are proof that your story was being written long before anyone else tried to control the pen. Then comes the line that makes your breath catch, "The blessing I could not complete will be finished through you." Suddenly, everything inside you stirs with fire. These are not just words of a father, they are the echo of destiny itself. You realize, beloved, that his hidden letters were not the end of his voice. They are the beginning of your rise, the confirmation of who you truly are. As you hold the final folded sheet, something feels different about it. It's thinner, fragile, as if time itself struggled to preserve it. Your heart begins to race, because you know this is not just another page, this is the one he never wanted lost. When you open it, the handwriting feels almost like a whisper written in haste. The ink is smudged, as though it was written through tears. And then the words cut through your soul, "The truth about you is bigger than what I ever told anyone." He begins to write about the day he received a message, a sign from heaven, that confirmed your life was set apart. He says that he was shown in a dream, long before you grew, that you would walk into greatness beyond measure. That dream haunted him, in the most beautiful way, because he knew you were chosen. My beloved child, can you feel it? Even now, chills run across your skin because deep inside, you already sensed you were different. And this letter is the final confirmation. He confesses something more shocking, he knew there would be resistance. People around him were jealous, even before you could speak your first words. Some whispered lies, trying to make him doubt you, but his heart never let go of what heaven had shown him. He writes about sacrifices he made to keep you safe from those jealous eyes. He admits he distanced himself from some relatives, not because of hatred, but because of the danger they carried for your destiny. He wanted to ensure you grew free, untouched by envy and deceit. And then he reveals something you never saw coming. He mentions a sealed envelope, kept in a place only you would be able to find. In that envelope lies the document of inheritance, waiting with your name on it. Do not skip, because this is the point everything changes. This letter is not just words, it is a map. He explains that he left clues, small details only you would recognize. When the time is right, he wrote, you will see the signs, and they will lead you straight to what is yours. His confidence leaps from the page, almost as though he was certain you would be reading it right now. And then he warns again, someone else knows about this, someone who tried to get close just to discover the secret. He begs you not to trust every smile, not to open your heart to every hand that reaches for you. The letter was not only truth, it was protection. You feel a mix of fire and calmness inside. Fire because of the injustice that tried to surround you, calmness because the truth has finally come into the light. What was hidden has now been revealed, and nothing can ever return to silence again. Beloved, his words are no longer just his, they are alive, pulsing, moving you into the destiny heaven wrote for you. And then the final line of that page, words that will never leave your heart. When you rise, remember me not as the man who kept secrets, but as the Father who carried them until you were ready. Suddenly, every wound in your chest begins to heal. The silence that once hurt you is now transformed into a story of love and destiny. You close the letters, but you realize they are not really closed. They are alive inside you, shifting everything you thought you knew. Your journey has only just begun. Stay till the very end, beloved, because this truth is not the closing of a chapter, it is the opening of a doorway. And that doorway leads straight into the life you were meant to claim.